Pineapple Upside Down is less of a song and more of kind of like a movement experiment. Something.
The first day we made Pineapple Upside Down, Ethan and I were actually in the studio trying to make some queef beats. We made the beat. I need white noise to sleep. I got a sleep mask on me. Yeah, so usually like when I sleep, I need a sleep mask, but it's actually funny because in the past few weeks, I've actually stopped wearing sleep masks to sleep. I still sleep with a white noise machine. I bought this one that was super expensive off of Amazon because it made all natural, endless looping white noise. And it's actually ended up being a pretty good purchase. I still think it's not really worth, $100. I didn't even mean this. I shouldn't have said how much it cost. People are going to judge me. I shoot my gun like pow, pow, pow. I shoot my shot like how are yow. Yeah, so I wanted to do something a little more rhythmically interesting, so I said I shoot my gun like pow, pow, pow using the onomatopoeia of a gunshot. But then I needed to rhyme pow with something, and the first thing I thought was yow, like how are you? How are yow? And shooting my shot is like a meme. People say it about girls. Salmon's a superfood. Salmon's a superfood. You are just super rude. I took a super nude for $5. How about you? Yeah, so salmon's actually my favorite food. I loved eating salmon since I was a young kid. My parents would get the one from Costco, and now my girlfriend and my roommate Devon, who lives with me in the house, she makes salmon for us sometimes. And it's good for you. It really is. I used to think the stuff under it, the gray stuff, was bad, like it was shit or something. But I think it's just fat.
Scales.
It's scales?
It's the skin, right?
Ooh. Is the scales the same as the brown stuff on the bottom? Is that the scales when you put it in there? I never took a super nude for $5. I always assumed that a super nude was like a super chat on YouTube, and you'd send a super chat in order to get the nude photo. But I never actually did that. You couldn't pay me to put my naked body on the internet. Yeah, I always had a weird thing with it. Like, I'm on primetime TV. I eat a prime rib early. I eat just to feed me. I eat just because I need me. Okay, so that one's mostly just completely freestyled, I think. I don't even think I wrote that down.
I mean, Nick and Dev really saved the song. I kind of just spat the hook,
Come on!
I came up with Pineapple Upside Down, just really on the spot. I didn't want people to like know anything about it.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
Yeah, I remember the first lines being recorded for it. I was actually outside of the room. I took a quick bathroom break, and I walked back in the room to hear Ethan just screaming at the top of his lungs, and he was doing this amazing hook that he came up with.
Pineapple Upside Down, yeah. In the toilet, I make a brown, yeah. It's kind of based on a true story. Oftentimes after eating sweets, delicious goods, and cakes, like Pineapple Upside Down can be, you end up making kind of some sort of brown in the toilet. Maybe it's the sugar content, maybe it's the gluten in the cake.
When my parents were in town in Los Angeles for the QUEEF Jerky show, the live show that we played in California, in Los Angeles, my mom actually made my family and us a Pineapple Upside Down cake as a celebration for the album coming out and us doing the show. I never thought my mom would really be interested in my band QUEEF Jerky, because most parents are like, come on, seriously, like, stop. But luckily, I thought my mom would be the last one to support a band called QUEEF Jerky. But we were in the car after this show, and she's going, come on, can we play the QUEEF Jerky album again? And it's like, okay, woman, we've already played it twice. But yeah, she made the Pineapple Upside Down cake. It was pretty good. I don't think Ethan actually got around to being able to get around to try.
I did.
Oh, you did? You had some?
It was good.
Oh, cool. So yeah, we all had it. It was great. Okay. Throw a stones toss all across the creek, and I do it every day, Monday through Friday, every week, and I do it every month, March, February, April. I go to Naples. That entire part was an add-on from the first verse that I did. So right before Ethan came in and went Pineapple Upside Down, it actually originally kept going, and that whole entire verse ended up being this freestyle part that I did, which I pulled right out of my ass. I actually am not crazy about that verse. That was probably one of my least favorite on the album.
Pineapple upside down, yeah. In the toilet, I make a brown, yeah. In the ocean, yeah, I drown, yeah. Make some motion to the sound, yeah.
It's not how you said it, though.
Wait, really? I was thinking like kind of motion of the ocean. In the ocean, I drown, yeah. Sort of like a confrontational kind of lyric. Music these days tends to be a little violent.
Oh. I'd catch a grenade for you. I put my head on a plane for you. What the hell?
Huh?
Dude, our singing. That's one of the lights up.
That was your goddamn stomping around. I would catch a grenade for ya. Yeah, so I wrote that one because if I did catch a grenade, I think I would be fine. You know, when you throw a grenade, you have to like close that little pin. If a grenade were ever thrown at me, I think I would grab the grenade, close that little part that you have to hold closed for the grenade.
Can you close it back up?
I think you can, and maybe if you find the pin, you can put it back in.
My biggest fear was that I would drown. I thought I'd add that not to a
Just ever? Your biggest fear ever?
When I was younger, yeah, I thought about it all the time.
90-day fiance, more like 90-day chimpanzee. I think this one's a little self-explanatory. I don't really know if I want to go into it. Go to the zoo and see some fish. Go to the well and make a wish. Zoos sometimes have fish, although I will admit that's like typically the jobs of the aquariums of the world. And I think I think the zoos that do have fish are exceptional, in fact, but you also typically generally go out to make a wish at a well, too. Yeah, I think that's all the lyrics I have on this song.
Guys, I didn't realize I actually had this many parts on the song, and no one talks about my parts anyway, so what's the point? In reality, I got a lot of free time. In reality, I got a lot of free time. In reality, I'm sponsored by a lot of wine companies, so I got a lot of free... I don't know, I said it something like that. This part's all freestyle. Watermelon companies sponsored me... I'm sponsored by a lot of... So I drink a lot of... So I eat a lot of free rinds. It was all just said in the moment. And then, of course, this ends up being the biggest song. I don't have anything impressive on it. People still like some of my parts, at least.
At my wedding, I won't wear a gown. Yeah, I would rather wear a Lady Gaga meat dress. So, believe it or not, this actually is a double entendre. It's a bit of a callback to all the real queefers to our song Lady Gaga meat dress. Lady Gaga meat dress. Lady Gaga meat dress. But it's really, you know, I love the Lady Gaga meat dress. I've loved it ever since I was a kid. And it turns out it was really important, actually. It had something to do with, I don't know. She did it for a good cause, though. It was a really good cause.
Was it like real meat? It was probably cold and slimy.
You wouldn't make it fake meat.
What?
No, I think it's real meat.
You wouldn't make it fake meat.
Are those my munchies, dude? If she's doing it with real meat, what good cause could that be? She just killed a bunch of animals to wear them on her.
Someone probably ate them and bought them after.
Ow!
Tickle the president for the free press. Put him in about to get his feet wet. You know, if you tickle the president, obviously it's not right. Like, I think. So,
What?
you know, you wouldn't get good press, but any press, free press is good. All press is good press if it's free. I don't know, whatever. That's right. That's what they say. And you know, the bath thing, put him in the bath to get his feet wet. I just wanted to rhyme free press with something else, like 2 syllables worth of shit, you know? Turns out, though, one of the presidents, like, died in a bathtub or something, so it's kind of double entendre. Maybe it's like I'm tickling that one.
He didn't die. He didn't die in a bathtub.
You said that earlier.
I thought that
I know, that's actually true.
Yeah, it's Taft. He died in the bathtub.
Died in a bathtub.
He died in there.
Taft just had a big bathtub. That was the thing.
I thought he got stuck and died.
No.
That's like the old tale, isn't it? Like he got stuck and taking the 5 guys, that's what she said. It's funny because, you know, that joke, that's what she said. Imagine saying that, like imagine saying the stuff about Five Guys, but with that in mind.
Wait, how is it even in that's what she said? Take them to Five Guys?
Yeah. That's amore, yeah, I speak French. So that one's nice because that's amore, yeah, I speak French. I really wanted to come up with something that rhymed, but I don't know any French, so I just picked something else. Pineapple right side up is boring! I don't do a video story! Pineapple right side up is boring. I don't really care about that. I like to envision you snoring. Just try to pick something with that, okay? I don't really do that. Right side up, what? I'm snoring! When I get ready to recording!
Oh my god.
So that one actually has more meaning than I thought it did. It turns out, you know, I looked at the Genius page and someone said it meant something crazy. So that's great. I'm really proud of myself for that. I think that's everything.
This is the post-show Q&A with your host, Ethan, is online.
My question is, why most lyrics that artists write are just because it rhymes, and then meaning is typically attributed after the fact, isn't it?
I mean, it depends on how you songwrite, I guess, but yeah, I guess so.
So I guess all these videos are just like, yeah, it's like kind of like because it rhymed.
Well, it's how it rhymed and also how it connected with the other stuff.
Yeah, maybe if you're like Kendrick Lamar, maybe.